And here comes the ball loose and a steal takeaway by Todd for the Comets. Here comes Liberty commit Asia Todd out of the boards. She'll go to the basket. She's got contact dealing with Cherry. Cherry with a steal. Cherry pounds up the court for the reset of the Bulldogs. Right now it's 6-0 on score. 5:52. Turnover takeaway. Here comes Asia Todd all open. Can she keep it from going out of bounds? Yes, she will. Gets under the basket to Delana Eves. Eves lets it bounce off the net and it finally goes in. Delana Eves with her first points of the game, and it's 8-0 right now with 5:38 right now in the first. So Cherry back on her cop with Rotten. Rotten will go back to Anstead. Anstead will now hit it back off inside to Fox. Fox will reset it, gets it back to Schrock. And we're at 5:25 now in the opening period as Asia Todd plays defense, whistle, and a foul coming up.
Fouls on Clayton, number 5.
Asia Todd, that's her first foul in the game. That's also the first team foul. We've got one team foul on the Comets, two team fouls on the Bulldogs right now. It is still 8-0, 5:23 in the opening period. Comets lady basketball will recap the men's action as they got another loss over Granville Central this afternoon in the consolation round. We'll talk about that during our Osborne Company halftime show as the Comets roll on to the semifinals, looking to go to the championship round. Taking on either Rocky Mountain or Fuquay Arena as Jada Scott goes in and puts the basket in. That's 8 points now in the first half of the game for the captain. 2:02 now. And it's 10-2.
Number 3, CAsia Washington, number 2.
Cherry again putting the points on the board for Cherry putting in the points on the board for, of course, Nash Central. So it's now no longer, it's 10-2. Takeaway, Comets out of the basket. Unique Best, she entered the game with a big steal yesterday. Now the rebound comes back to the Bulldogs, led by Zyterica Cherry. Cherry's under the boards. Cherry's going to hand it back to Rawton. Rawton back to Cherry. The ball will go out of bounds. It looks like it's going to go back to Clayton. So Clayton will bring it back in bounds. We're at 10-2. Comets up by 8. 4:38 in the first period. As it's Cherry back on offense for the Bulldogs. Pressure by defensive player. Liberty commit Asia Todd for the Comets. She tries to take it away again. Right there in sight's going to be Kayla Fox, and she travels. So Katea Fox travels, and here comes Shirley Moses, the center sophomore, 6'1". She's going to let the captain senior of Jada Scott take a break. Jada Scott under the boards, under the net, 8 points now of the 10 in total, plus a layup shot by number 32 of Delana Eves. And that's where we're at now at 10-2 with 4:15 left to go in the first period of play. Under pressure now, Asia Washington goes back to Todd. Todd goes on her own, and she'll make it another. And there's her first points of the game. Asia Todd, the senior, number 5, the guard forward. Senior at 5'10". Asia Todd committed to go into Liberty next year. You can hear the coach, Terry Cash, in the background. The Nash Central Bulldogs, for the Lady Bulldogs, are coming in at 3-4 on the season. They got a win over West Johnston Wildcats yesterday to advance to this game to the semifinals, and now under pressure is going to be Kana Schrock. Kana Schrock, the guard. And a steal takeaway recovered by Ashanti Anstead. The guard sophomore, 5'7", for the Bulldogs. Now a takeaway and a steal by Unique Best. Best was the one that made the steal that ended the game yesterday over Corinth Holder Pirates as this game rolls along. See Asia Washington playing defense there. Asia Todd another 2 points there, 4 points in total for the game. Looks like a bunch of Comets are going to be coming to the game here in a moment. As Unique Best under the basket, she's dealing with pressure of 3 defenders on the Bulldogs and a whistle. Here comes number 10, Princess Richardson. Mackenzie Hedinger, number 12, Julie Clement, and number 11, Alexa Watkins. All in for the Comets. Also is in number 13, of Jaden Gunter for the Bulldogs of Nash Central. Right now, it's Comets out in front, 14-2. Opening period of play. We're at 2:55 remaining now on a rainy Friday, semifinal Friday here in the 5th annual John Jacobs Christmas Classic here at Cleveland High School, presented by Bojangles. Back in play will be the Bulldogs inbound. Under pressure, 3 Comet defenders, and she's got a backcourt violation, and she'll lose the ball. Clayton will recover. Number 12, Julie Clement, the guard junior at 5'4", puts it in play now to number 23 of Mackenzie Hedinger. And the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to give it back. And a foul now against the Bulldogs, number 24 of Kana Schrock. Kana Schrock, the guard junior at 5'5". They'll go back in the resumption of play. Nobody will shoot, and we got a travel call against the Comets, so the Bulldogs will get the ball back. Putting it back in bounds is going to be number 24, Schrock. She'll get it back to number 22 of Rotten. Rotten will get it back to 14 of Fox. Under pressure is now number 10 of Princess Richardson. Playing defense. Hedinger is also in that mix now. 2-on-1 defense for the Comets. Under the basket, they shoot. That basket's up. It's no good. Whistle and a foul. Look, we're going to call it, say, maybe 24 if Unique Best got in there. And going to call it, put it again, Alexa Watkins, actually. So first foul of the game for Alexa Watkins, the guard forward sophomore, strong forward shooting at 5'10". And now number 4 of Alexis Eason will go to the line, and she'll shoot, the senior. At the line, first basket goes up, it's good. So first point of the game for Eason goes in at the free throw line. 3 team fouls on the Bulldogs, 2 on the Comets. And they'll make both of their baskets at the free throw line for Alexis Eason for the Bulldogs. It is 14-4. Comets are up by 10. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining. Unique Best under the basket, and she'll get her points of the game. 2 points for Unique Best. Unique Best, number 24, the Ford Power Jr. at 5'6". As the Comets bring it back into play again. Led by Rawton. Rawton in a travel call against the Bulldogs. Clayton will get it back. 2:03 in the first. 16-4. Clayton out in front. Richardson, Clement will put it back in play. That's Julie Clement, number 12, back to Mackenzie Hedinger, 23. Under the basket, they'll go. Princess Richardson under pressure, and number 10, she'll get it back to Hedinger. Hedinger looking for Watkins. Watkins, nobody there. Now she'll find Clement. Clement will now look and find Best. How about Unique Best? That's 4 points in the game for the young Ford junior at 5'6", playing strong, playing defensively as well, and now she's got it going on offense with our big points of the game in the 4 total. 1:25 here remaining in the first. Under the basket is going to be number 22, Mallory Rotten. And there's a penalty coming up. All new players coming in for the Comets, including Delana Eves, Asia Todd, Ciasia Washington, Jada Scott, and number 11, Alexa Watkins will stay in court. The ball goes back in bounds for the Bulldogs. It's coming up on 1:19 left to go in the opening period. Still by Washington. Washington on her own. She goes, and it's going to miss up the layup. Then the rebound's going to go back to the Bulldogs. She tried to go on her own for the basket, missed it. As here comes the Bulldogs coming up court. It is 18-5 this winter. Clayton looking to go to the championship. Asia Todd under the basket. She'll put in another layup for 2. That's 6 points in the game for the Liberty Commit senior of Asia Todd. And we got less than 1 minute remaining in the first. 20-6. Comets are up by 14. Wrapping up the first period. Semifinal Friday here in Cleveland. Basket going off the backboard, no good. Going to come back and put it in, trying to go again. Rebound's going to go to Jada Scott. Jada Scott goes back to Asia Todd. Back up court. Here comes Scott and a power, and that was going to be a whistle, and it's going to be an offensive charge against the Comets.
Against Comet number 5, Asia Todd, her second team third.
Offensive foul on number 5 of Asia Todd, and that is going to now give the ball back to the Bulldogs. 30 seconds to play, left to go in the first period. Rotten back to Fox. Fox with the ball. Defensive now, dealing with Richardson, number 10. Under 17 seconds to play. 20-6. The ball still remains to the Nash Central Bulldogs. Mallory Rotten going up. Got one leg in the air. Crazy shot attempt. No good. See Asia Washington. They crash under the boards. Another offensive charge. Want to see it's against number 3 of Washington. Number 3, Ciasia Washington, that's her first. That looked like they had a demolition derby getting scattered, smothered, and covered under the basket. And in the process, the penalty goes up against the Comets as now we set up the end of the first period. It is 20-6. 4 team fouls on the Comets and 3 team fouls on the Bulldogs. But the Clayton Comets are up in front by 14, 20-6 as we get ready to go into second period action. We'll be back in a moment. This is Comets basketball on CRN Community Radio Network.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
Being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son,
daughter, coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Recap of the first period as it stands. 6 points for Asia Todd. She's got 2 fouls. 1 foul on Ciasia Washington. No points. 1 foul on Alexa Watkins. 4 points for Unique Best. 8 points for Jada Scott. And 2 points for Delana Eves for the Clayton Comets. For the Nash Central Bulldogs, 2 points after free throw shots for number 4 of Alexis Eason. And 2 points each and 1 foul each for number 20 of Cherry, number 22 of Rotten, and number 4 of Schrock's got 1 foul, no points. So there it stands on a first period recap. Ready to go with second period action now as the ball is in play to the Comets. Delana Eves hands it off to Asia Todd. Todd under pressure, dealing with Henninger. Henninger gets the ball back under the basket. Jada Scott, she bounces it off the backboard. Nobody there. Eves fights for her own rebound. Got it back from 3 Bulldog defenders, but then they took it away. So the dog pound of the Bulldog ladies here, making it work on Comets. And then they fall to the ground, led by number 22 of Rotten, and there's going to foul and a whistle.
Fouls on Clayton, number 32.
That's her first. Delana Eves, her first foul of the game for Delana Eves, the power forward sophomore at 5'10". That's going to be now the 15th foul against the Comets in the first half of play. 3 team fouls for the Bulldogs, and it's still 20-6 and a steal by Henninger. Henninger taking it away like candy from a baby. And it's the holiday season, not even Halloween. And then there's a whistle and a foul again.
Charge against number 23. Mackenzie Henninger, her first.
Mackenzie Henninger and her first foul. Again, a foul against the Comets. The guard sophomore at 5'7". 7:15 now in the opening period. Semifinal Friday. The winner of this game will again meet the winner of tonight's matchup between Rocky Mount and Fuquay Varina. The Lady Bulldogs of Nash Central got their opportunity to play Clayton by beating West Johnston last night. And then, of course, Clayton beat Corinth Holder 49-46 that you heard on CRN yesterday morning.
To the line, Asia Todd shooting 2.
Foul on Delana Eves, her second team foul. This is going to bring now number 5 to the line. Apologies, her foul was against Rotten for the 1 shot counting for 21-6. There's the score. Back in play is Fox. Fox goes back inside to Rotten. Rotten will find number